Yo, what up, it's Compton Rick Rock, and today I'm welcoming you guys to one of my favorite location spots to get my mental right. And I will advise you guys to find you a place to get yours right. Well, where I'm at, I don't even know the location. I know it's on Mulholland Drive, where all the nice fancy houses, all the people that got money, they live over here. And sometimes I like to come to areas where it look like money, it represents money, and I like to come and find myself wandering around these places, visualizing me living in one of these places. Well, anyway, I came down here trying to find a shortcut to the 405 freeway. And as I'm trying to get to the 405 freeway, I just happened to look to my right and notice that this looked like a hiking trail. Now, the hiking trail is my thing. I'm usually a Runyon Canyon guy, but Runyon Canyon just got packed over the years. There's so many people through there that I decided that I needed to find me a location anyway, and just so happened I found this one. And man, as you can see, I put on a couple of pounds and I gotta lose these pounds. So this definitely will be my new location, not only for clearing my mind, but also getting me some exercise in. Hopefully you guys are having a beautiful day this morning. Yes, it's morning out here, man, and the birds is chirping. Man, I wish you guys can see this place. It's definitely good for your mental, man. As for me, I got the whole park to myself. This is not even a park. I don't know what this is. It's definitely a hiking trail, but this must be the little canyon part that goes down. I'm having a good morning this morning by myself, not interrupted by nobody. My cell phone is off. I don't even want nobody to call me this morning. Yeah. So anyway, man, it's been a long 2 months for me. Just crazy stuff been happening. I lost a buddy, went to his funeral last month, and this month we had to bury another homie. His funeral was yesterday. Rest in peace to my homeboy C-Boy. And I got a couple of good stories about him, man, that I wanted to share with some people, man. For the ones that knew him, they knew that he was a good dude, and they knew that he was a flamboyant dude, and he was also a funny guy. He would say some of the funniest things and just had me just laugh. And I got some of those moments on some of my hard drives. I got to dig through them and find them. I haven't had the energy to go look for them. I don't want to relive some of those memories. And especially seeing the funeral yesterday, man, it just did something to me. You know, no one wants to see their buddies or their close friends laying in the casket. I'm really not the funeral type of guy. I really don't like, to going to funerals. But anyway, let's get off of the funeral talk, and let's get to the good part. I remember I had to be about 1995, and it was me and about 3 other guys, and we was going to go put some work in. We had our straps fully loaded. Mines, probably smoked a little bud that morning or that day, evening, whatever time it was. But all I can remember was my homeboy C-Boy. He was in the green 1985 Cutlass Supreme, and he's parked across the street at the Square liquor store. He see us walking through the alley across the street where Walter's Market used to be at. If you guys familiar with the area, you guys know Walter's Market is right here, and the Rival Hood was across the street. So anyway, we're going to go put this work in, and all I seen was a Cutlass crossing across Central through the traffic, made his way through the parking lot as we on the alley, the parking lot, and he say, "Hey, where y'all going, cuz?" We said, "We finna go put some work in." And at this time, he said something that took me years to understand what he was saying. He said, "Man, F them dudes. Y'all ain't got to go put no work in, man. Them dudes don't want no problems." And at that time, I didn't look at him as if he was soft or he was a buster, because he was far from that. He wasn't a buster. He wasn't soft at all. He was saving our lives. He seen us about to go make a mistake that could have costed our lives in the penitentiary or getting murdered on our way to commit crime. But at that time, we didn't understand that. We just young. And now that I'm older, I definitely understand where he was coming from. So rewind to another story. I remember when I first came home from prison, my homeboys had a recording studio in their garage. And we used to rap, and I'm probably at the time, I'm not a youngster at the time. I'm 20, I'm in my late 20s, going into my 30s. And the homeboy C-Boy pulled up at the studio one day, and he's a little older than us. He got me about, C-Boy is what, 50, I believe, 50 or 51. So he got me about 7 years. He's a little older than me, but he always gravitated to the youngsters, to the young homies in the hood. He was never one of those big homies that thought they was too good to hang with the little homies. Even though he was getting his money, he was a damn good hustler. He still took time out to hang out with us. And he would always have these stunner shades on. He would come to the hood with mink coats on. He would just do some flamboyant stuff to like motivate us, the youngsters, like to get y'all paper, get y'all money. Even though we banging, it's about this paper. He was a hustler. So I remember one day, man, my boy, he hit me. He was like, hey, Rick Rock, man, you good with that camera, man. I seen some of your work. He said, when you shoot your movie, I just want a part in it. I don't care what part I play in the movie. I just want a part in the movie. He said, I know you're going to do it. I know it's coming, cuz I'm watching what you're doing with these videos, cuz put me in the role. Give me one. I just want to do my thing. I can act. I remember that story. He was in my first music video that I did, shot by my homeboy Royce. We call him Young Shane from the Young Hogs. The last video that I did with Geechee Gotti, Letter to the Block, he was also cameo in that building. And as I look at the video, I can see like this whole entertainment, stylish, hustler, grinder persona. He wanted to illustrate that through the camera lens. You could see that even though the homie Geechee Gotti was rapping, when it came to his part, you could definitely see that he belonged in front of the camera. Yesterday was his funeral, man, and it was packed. I seen a lot of people. A lot of people hit me up and they said, Rock, is you going to the funeral? Now, this is what's crazy about all this. I didn't go to the funeral for a reason. The same reason why I didn't go to my grandfather's funeral. I'm really not the funeral type of dude, but I'm going to tell y'all why I didn't go to my homeboy funeral. For one, I didn't want to see him laying in the casket, for one. For two, I had a choice to either go buy clothes for the funeral, because at the time, I had to take care of a lot of business. And part of my business was actually a part of my business. I had to go buy some microphones for a short film that I'm fit to do. I had to buy a mixer. I had to buy a boom mic, a whole lot of things that I had to buy for my short film. It was either go buy what I needed or go buy clothes, rentals, all this stuff for the funeral. That morning of the funeral, I had already had all my equipment that I had bought the day prior. And I didn't go to the funeral because all I can remember was my partner telling me, Rock, when you shoot your first movie, when you film your first movie, I want to be a part of your first movie. So I knew off the rip what I'm doing is the right thing. Following my dreams, following my goal, and to still be able to hear that in my head with my homeboy voice saying, when you shoot your first movie, your first film, I want to be a part of it. I knew if he was alive and this was somebody else, he would have said, Rock, man, get your stuff for your video, for your movie. Just like my grandfather, man. My grandfather, I'm going to switch it up. My grandfather, he used to always tell me, hey, man, don't you lose your job. Don't you quit your job, when I was working at the oil refinery. And when he passed away, I was the first person at the mortuary to view his body, and I've never heard anybody's voice that was laying in the casket as vividly and as clear as I heard my grandfather's voice. My grandfather said, don't worry about me. My job here, my work here is done. You go ahead and go to work. And what's crazy is I had just got the position. I haven't been to work prior to that, probably about 2 months, 2 or 3 months straight. And the first day of this job was the same day as my grandfather's funeral. When I was at the mortuary the day before the funeral, I heard my grandfather's voice say, don't worry about me. My job here is done. You go ahead and go to work. So I went to work the day of the funeral. And things like that lets me know that when people pass away, it's certain things that they say while they living that you are going to remember when they no longer here. When they hear, you really don't understand some of the things they say. You got to cherish them while they here, but it got to be something that you take from everybody that you deal with. Everybody gonna say something, and you got to remember. Just like I tell my son, I said, son, when everybody is having fun, when everybody is celebrating, you make sure that be the day that you handle your business. You make sure that's the day that you work on your craft, that you work on your dream while everybody else is having fun. Because when the party is over, when the fun is over, you still have a dream, a goal, and a vision that you want to achieve and get to. This is my peaceful spot. I'm going to do a whole lot of videos right here, man. This is, you guys could feel it. If you guys could feel a breeze, you probably could hear the wind through the mic. The mic pick up the wind definitely when I don't have the cap over it to protect from the wind. So I'm pretty sure the wind is coming through the microphone equipment. But this is definitely a beautiful place, a beautiful sight, peace and quiet. I've seen one person walk through here. Like I say, they have a lot of $1 million homes in this area. We are on Mulholland Drive. A lot of millionaires live around here. A lot of successful people live around here. So when you see these people walking through here, more than likely they live around here. Nobody is just wandering through here like I am. A lot of people probably looking at me like, what is he doing over here? But when they see me with the camera equipment, it kind of put them at ease. Well, anyway, man, what are you guys doing today? Leave your comments in the comment section. And if you guys want to donate to this channel, you can send a super chat or you can cash app to Compton Rick Rock. COMPTON RICCROC. And what I'm going to start doing is I want to pick up where one of my buddies left off at. I don't want to say his name on here. I don't want people to think, oh, you cloud chasing using his name. I don't want to do that, but I definitely want to give back to the homeless as well, and I want to feed them as well. I have done that in my past. There's a video with me on my page. In the past, if you guys go down the page further down enough, you guys will see exactly which video I'm talking about. Well, I want to get back to that. Going down to Santa Monica by Santa Monica Beach, it's a whole lot of homeless people in that area, especially at the beach right there, Santa Monica. When I used to go down there and do my workout, I would notice the homeless people wandering around. And I noticed all through that area, if you guys familiar with the area, you will notice that it's a lot of homeless people in that area as well. Well, I want to set up something. I don't know if I want to get the taco people, the ones that make the tacos, and sit them right there on the corner where the homeless people at and serve them food, or go to Little Caesars and buy a lot of pizza, water, stuff like that, pass out to the homeless once a month. Or if I could get, more donations, then we can make it a weekly basis. Start connecting and hooking up with other YouTubers out here in LA, and not make content. I don't want to record it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to record it. We probably could, if the other content creators want to record it, fine, but I want to do that just to do something positive and something right, man. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. I'm not going to tell y'all exactly where my location is at. I didn't give y'all a clue. You can find it on your own. We're here on Mulholland Drive. If you guys familiar with the area, you'll know exactly where I'm at. Not that I'm doing anything to worry about it. This is a peaceful environment, and I would love for you guys to figure this place out on your own. Or I might just tell you. Follow me on Instagram, Compton Rick Rock TV. DM me and I'll tell you where's it at, and you come here and get you some peace. I'm gonna film a little bit of this on my way out. I've been here for quite some time. When I came The fog was still in the air. I believe I got here around 6 in the morning, and it's probably about, what time is it? Let me turn my phone on. It's 9:08. So I've been here for a few hours now. I've been here for a few hours enjoying myself before I cut the camera on. I'm about to get out of here. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. And man, y'all enjoy y'all day. Every day is a blessed day. If you think I'm lying, try missing one.